Hello, this is JB, and today I'm going to show you some artifacts from my family's tile business. My family got into the tile business in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, around 1952, and some members of the family, including my dad, are still in the business. My dad has about 50 years now. But my grandfather started the business. He learned from his brother in law, and my grandfather started out working out of the basement um, uh, of his house, and under the deck they had a trash pile, or a pile where they put tile that had been torn out, like if they were um, taking tile out and then putting it back for some reason. Uh, and I always knew that because I'd seen it when I was a kid playing around, see like little shards of tile and stuff like that. And they used to have tile like in the basement, like boxes of old tile that would probably be worth money now if uh, someone had known that. But a couple in 24, the end of 24, my grandmother sold the house, and my aunt, who took charge and who kind of controlled things, she got rid of everything because she wasn't smart enough to know what it was. Uh, and But there was tools and all kind of stuff like that that are gone now. But I did go by there in 24, and the very end of 24, around the time it was being sold, or it was at least on the market, and tried to meet with my grandmother, but I couldn't. So I was just walking around the backyard, and I went under the deck, and to where that trash pile was, and I found a few things, and then I went back upstairs, or to the main level in the front of the house, and I found something else. So these are just pieces of old tile, and back in the old days, I mean, I estimate that these tiles that I'm going to show you are from the 1960s. And the reason I know that is because they're well made. Now they have tile that you could break with your hand because it's cheap and it comes from uh, places where they don't use the same quality standards that they used to use in the old days here when they made tile. This is possibly concrete. I'm not sure, but could be, or something very similar because it's hard. It's hard as a rock because it's a rock. But I like this tile because of the color. It's not like all fancy and glazed, and uh, the stuff now just looks like uh, silly. But I just like plain brown, black, or dark red, like earth tone type tiles, and that's what that is. It's I don't know how thick that is, maybe a half inch. I can't really tell, but I don't have my glasses. But I found that, and then I found this piece, which is from similar material. And again, I'm estimating these are from the uh, 1960s, probably the earlier part of the 1960s, or possibly the late 1950s. So they were under the house for, we'll say 60 years, or under the basement for 60 years. And then I found this piece, and I can't quite figure out what kind of piece of tile this is because I haven't seen one like this. It may be custom, he may have cut it, but I can't see that. Um, it's oddly shaped, and that looks like it's broken. So that must be where they took it off. But it's how do you call that? Uh, it's just oddly shaped, and it's not the same on each side. So something strange about this piece of tile. But it's very thick, like the other ones, and it's very hard. Um, this kind of tile, as hard as it is, like when you cut it, it's not going to shatter. But the tile that they have now, a lot of it, when you cut it, it'll just uh, shatter like that, and so it's hard to cut a straight line because it'll just break on its own before you can do it. So you have to do it very slowly and very carefully. But that old tile, you could cut it like you're cutting into a brick. Like the brick is not just going to fall apart. So it's a different kind of material. And then this last piece that I'm going to show you is an actual brick. And I have connection to this brick because I was with my dad. This came off of a piece of a larger paver. But I was with my dad and my grandfather when we put it in. But I was helping mostly mix the materials to set it, helping carry and cleaning up trash and stuff. But they were doing most of the work, the installation work. But I kept this because just to remember that time. And I also helped in the house when they put in the tile floor in the kitchen. My dad did some repairs in the bathroom, and they took a closet and turned it into a bathroom. And I was there when they did that. Because my grandma used to take these 4-hour showers because she was fucking nuts. Excuse me. Because she was unique. And so my grandfather, especially as he got in his upper age, he couldn't wait hours and hours and hours to use the bathroom, so he needed his own bathroom. And so he built that. But they also had a big stone fireplace that my grandfather mostly, and I think my uncle and my dad helped out with, but that was always like the part of the house that everybody kind of congregated around because it was big and it had all the family photos and stuff up there. But the reason I showed you these is because that's really all we got. The trucks are gone, the tools are gone. There aren't many photos that I know of unless they're hiding in someone's closet. I know my grandfather used to have some photos, but they disappeared right after he died, so I'm not sure where they went. But that's all I got. And I have some stories and some memories, but of actual items, that's all I have. So that's it. But I just wanted to show those and tell the stories behind them, kind of describe what they were, because I think if they had been newer, it would have been very clear, because the new tile just looks different. And you can tell that like the processes that they use now are more standardized. So like these tiles, they have character because they aren't all exactly perfect. They're not all exactly the same. But now, because of the way the machines are, they're much more likely, if one piece is made in January and another piece is made in July, they're going to look almost exactly the same. But back then, it could change from day to day or hour to hour, depending on who was operating the machine or anything else. But now they have the processes down pat more, and so it's more standardized and it all looks closer to the same. But that's all I had. I just wanted to show those and make a video record of those pieces, and because I don't have much. But thanks for listening. If you have any questions about the tile business or anything else, ask away and I'll try to answer. Thanks for watching. Bye.